Have you ever found yourself standing in the middle of the kitchen, completely blank, with no idea what you came in for? Or perhaps you've sat down to read a good book only to find your eyes feeling dry, gritty, and so tired that you have to give up after just a few pages. It's frustrating, isn't it? It can make you feel like your own body and mind are slowly letting you down. But what if I told you that these two problems, the frustrating brain fog and the irritating eye dryness, might not be separate issues at all? What if they are two different symptoms of one single underlying problem that affects millions of us over the age of 60? And more importantly, what if the solution wasn't some complicated medical treatment, but a simple natural oil that you can add to your daily routine starting today? It's easy to dismiss these things as just a normal part of getting older. We're told that memory slips and tired eyes are just things we have to accept, but I'm here to tell you that's not the whole truth. While our bodies do change, growing older doesn't mean giving up on feeling sharp, focused, and comfortable. It means we need to use smarter strategies to support our health. The hidden culprit we're going to talk about today is a kind of silent stress happening inside your body, a low-level inflammation that can disrupt everything from your brain's communication network to the delicate balance of moisture in your eyes. In this video, we're going to uncover exactly what this hidden problem is, and I'll introduce you to a simple, powerful oil that acts like a firefighter for this internal flame, helping to restore your mental clarity and soothe your eyes from the inside out. By the end of our time together, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to use it, and why it could be one of the most important additions to your daily health regimen. Before we dive in, if you believe in taking control of your health and staying vibrant and independent for years to come, take a moment to subscribe to our channel and click that little bell. We share health secrets and science-backed tips specifically for our senior community that you often won't hear from your doctor's office. And I'm always so curious to know who I'm talking to. Are you watching from the United States, Australia, the UK, or somewhere else in the world? Let me know in the comments below. It's wonderful to see how far our community of health-conscious seniors reaches. All right, let's get to the heart of the matter. The common enemy that links a foggy brain and dry eyes is something called chronic low-grade inflammation. Now, inflammation isn't always a bad thing. If you cut your finger, your body sends inflammatory cells to the rescue. You see swelling, redness, and warmth. That's your immune system working perfectly, healing the wound. That's acute inflammation. But what happens when that inflammatory response never fully shuts off? What if it's simmering at a low level throughout your entire body, day in and day out? That's chronic inflammation. It's like having a tiny invisible fire burning inside your cells. It doesn't cause immediate sharp pain, but over months and years, the smoke and heat from this fire start to damage healthy tissues. This is one of the key drivers of so many age-related health challenges, and both your brain and your eyes are incredibly vulnerable to this slow, simmering damage. Think of your brain. It's the most complex organ you own, a dense network of over 86 billion neurons, all firing and communicating with each other through electrical signals. For this communication to be fast and clear, the neurons need to be healthy. They are protected by a fatty coating called the Myelin sheath, which acts like the rubber insulation on an electrical wire. Chronic inflammation is like a slow-burning acid that can wear away at this insulation. It disrupts the signals, making them slower and less precise. This is what you experience as brain fog. It's that feeling of your thoughts moving through mud. It's the reason you can't find the right word or why you forget a name you've known for years. Your brain isn't failing, its communication lines are just getting fuzzy and full of static from this underlying inflammation. Now, Let's turn to your eyes. The surface of your eye is protected by a thin, three-layered film of tears. It's not just water. The innermost layer is mucus, which helps the tear film stick to your eye. The middle layer is the watery part, which cleanses and nourishes the cornea. But the most important layer for preventing dry eye is the outermost oily layer. This oil is produced by tiny glands in your eyelids called the Meibomian glands. It creates a smooth surface over the watery layer, preventing it from evaporating too quickly. When chronic inflammation is present in your body, it can clog and irritate these delicate glands. They stop producing enough high-quality oil. Without that protective oily layer, the water in your tears evaporates into the air almost as soon as you blink. Your eyes are left exposed, unprotected. This is what causes that constant feeling of dryness, burning, grittiness, and even blurry vision that doesn't seem to go away. You're producing tears, but they're poor quality tears that disappear in seconds. So, you see the connection? The same internal fire that creates static in your brain's communication is also disrupting the delicate oil production that keeps your eyes moist and comfortable. It's one root cause with two very different, very frustrating symptoms. The good news is, if we can address this root cause, we can begin to improve both conditions at the same time. And we do that by introducing a powerful, natural, anti-inflammatory. The simple oil I've been talking about is high-quality fish oil. But please, don't click away thinking you know all about this already. We're going to go deeper than just take fish oil. It's good for you. We're going to understand why it's a game changer for your brain and eyes. Fish oil is packed with a type of fat called omega-3 fatty acids, specifically two incredibly important kinds, DHA, which stands for docosahexaenoic acid, and EPA, icosapentaenoic acid. These aren't just fancy names. They are the essential building blocks for your brain and powerful anti-inflammatory agents for your entire body. Let's call them the dynamic duo of cellular health. DHA is the brain builder, and EPA is the inflammation fighter. Let's talk about your brain first and the magic of DHA. Your brain is incredibly fatty. In fact, it's about 60% fat, and a huge portion of that fat is DHA. It's the primary structural component of your cerebral cortex, the part of the brain responsible for memory, language, and focus. Think of DHA as the highest quality, most flexible building material for your brain cells. The outer membrane of every single neuron is made of this fat. When you have plenty of DHA, these cell membranes are fluid and flexible. This allows messages to pass from one neuron to the next effortlessly, like a perfectly smooth relay race. Your thoughts are quick, your memory recall is sharp, and your focus is clear. But as we get older, and especially if our diet isn't rich in omega-3 seconds, our bodies start to substitute lower quality fats to repair these brain cells. Imagine trying to build a house with brittle, cheap materials instead of strong, flexible ones. The structure becomes weak and rigid. The same happens in your brain. The cell membranes become stiff. The communication signals slow down. The relay race becomes clumsy, with batons being dropped all over the place. This is the physical reality of brain fog. By reintroducing a high dose of DHA into your system, you are giving your brain the premium building materials it needs to repair itself. You are literally helping to make your brain cells more fluid and flexible again, restoring the speed and clarity of your thoughts. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has shown that higher levels of DHA are directly linked to better performance on tests of nonverbal reasoning and mental flexibility. It's not a miracle cure, but it's like giving a master mechanic the exact high performance parts needed to tune up a complex engine. I hope some of this is starting to click for you. If you're finding this explanation useful and it's opening your eyes a bit, please take a second to tap the like button. It's a small gesture, but it tells YouTube that this information is valuable and it helps other seniors who might be struggling with these same issues find this video. It truly helps our community grow. Now, let's switch gears and talk about how this simple oil can bring relief to your dry, irritated eyes. This is where DHA's partner, EPA, really shines. EPA is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory substances you can consume. It works by blocking the production of inflammatory molecules in your body. Remember those tiny oil glands in your eyelids, the Meibomian glands? We learned that chronic inflammation makes them clogged and dysfunctional. They can't produce that essential oily layer for your tears. When you start taking a supplement rich in EPA, you are sending in a team of elite firefighters to calm the inflammation around those glands. A major review of studies published in the journal Ophthalmology found that omega-3 supplementation significantly improves dry eye symptoms. It helps unclog those glands and allows them to function properly again. They start producing a healthier, more robust oil. This oil coats the surface of your eye, holding the moisture in and protecting your cornea from the dry air. The result? Your eyes start to feel less gritty, less sandy, and less irritated. The relief doesn't come from an external drop that provides temporary moisture. It comes from within. You are fundamentally improving the quality of your own tears. It's like fixing a leaky roof instead of just putting a bucket under the drip. You are addressing the root cause of the problem, leading to lasting comfort and clarity of vision. Many people report that after a few months of consistent supplementation, they can read for longer, drive more comfortably at night, and simply go about their day without that constant nagging feeling of eye discomfort. It's a profound change that can dramatically improve your quality of life. So we have DHA rebuilding your brain cells for better focus and EPA calming inflammation to restore your eyes' natural moisture. It's a beautiful 2-for-1 benefit from a single, simple source. But now comes the most important part. You can't just walk into any pharmacy and grab the first bottle of fish oil you see. The quality, purity, and form of the oil make all the difference between wasting your money and truly changing your health. Not all oils are created equal. First, you need to look at the form of the omega-3. Most fish oils on the market come in one of two forms: the natural triglyceride form or a processed form called ethyl ester. The triglyceride form is the fat as it exists naturally in the fish. Your body recognizes it and absorbs it very efficiently. The ethyl ester form is created when the natural oil is processed to concentrate the EPA and DHA. While it sounds good to have a higher concentration, your body has a much harder time absorbing this artificial form. Studies have shown that the triglyceride form can be up to 70% more bioavailable, meaning your body absorbs and uses it far more effectively. So, when you're looking at a bottle, scan the label carefully. If it proudly says triglyceride form or TG form, that's a huge green light. If it doesn't say, it's almost certainly the less effective ethyl ester form. Always choose triglyceride. Second, purity is non-negotiable. The oceans, sadly, are contaminated with heavy metals like mercury, PCBs, and other toxins. These toxins accumulate in the fatty tissues of fish. A cheap, low-quality fish oil can actually contain these harmful substances, which would completely defeat the purpose and could even be dangerous. A reputable company will use a process called molecular distillation to purify the oil removing any and all contaminants. They will then have their product tested by an independent third-party lab to verify its purity and potency. Look for certifications on the bottle from organizations like the IFOS, International Fish Oil Standards, or GOAD, Global Organization for EPA and DHA omega-3 seconds. These certifications are your guarantee that what's inside the bottle is clean, safe, and actually contains the amount of EPA and DHA the label promises. Third, pay attention to the dosage and the ratio of EPA to DHA. For general health, a balanced supplement is great. However, if your primary goal is boosting your brain and fighting that cognitive fog, you might look for a supplement that has a higher concentration of DHA. If your main battle is with dry eyes and other inflammatory issues like achy joints, a higher EPA content might be more beneficial. A good starting point for most seniors is a combined dose of at least 1,000 milligrams of EPA and DHA per day. Don't be fooled by the total milligrams of fish oil on the front of the bottle. You have to turn it over and look at the supplement facts panel. Add up the milligrams of EPA and DHA specifically. That's the number that matters. And finally, think about the source. The best omega-3 seconds come from small, wild-caught, cold-water fish like sardines, anchovies, and mackerel. These fish are lower on the food chain, so they accumulate fewer toxins to begin with. They are also more sustainable than harvesting larger fish. So, when you see a bottle that specifies it's from wild-caught anchovies and sardines, that's another sign of a high-quality product. Of course, supplements aren't the only way. You can and should absolutely try to get more omega-3 seconds from your diet. Eating fatty fish like wild-caught salmon, mackerel, herring, or sardines 2 to 3 times a week is a fantastic way to support your brain and eye health. A single serving of salmon can provide over 1,500 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA. What about plant sources? You may have heard that flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts are great sources of omega-3 seconds. And they are, but they contain a different type of omega-3 called ALA, alpha-linolenic acid. Your body has to convert ALA into the usable forms, EPA and DHA. And this conversion process is very inefficient. Especially as we get older, our bodies may only convert a tiny fraction, sometimes less than 5%, of ALA into the forms our brain and eyes desperately need. So while these plant-based sources are wonderful for your overall health, they are not a reliable substitute for the direct, powerful benefits of marine-based EPA and DHA. Now, let's bring this all together into a simple, actionable plan. The goal is to make this a seamless part of your daily life. Find a high-quality triglyceride form, third-party tested fish oil supplement. Start with a dose of around 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA per day. One common concern people have is the dreaded fishy burp. To avoid this, always take your fish oil with a meal, preferably one that contains some other fats, which helps with absorption. You can also store your capsules in the freezer. A frozen capsule will dissolve lower down in your digestive tract, often eliminating any fishy aftertaste. And be patient. This isn't like taking a painkiller where you feel relief in 30 minutes. You are rebuilding your cells from the inside out. It can take anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks of consistent use to start noticing the real benefits, the subtle lifting of the brain fog, the gradual easing of the gritty feeling in your eyes. It's a long-term investment in your well-being. So let's do a quick recap of what we've covered. We've learned that the frustrating brain fog and uncomfortable dry eyes so many of us experience over 60 are often linked by a common enemy, chronic low-grade inflammation. We discovered that a simple, high-quality fish oil Rich in the omega-3 seconds DHA and DHA, acts as a powerful two-in-one solution. The DHA provides the premium building blocks to help restore your brain cells for better focus and memory, while the EPA acts as a potent anti-inflammatory, soothing the glands in your eyelids to improve your natural tear quality and relieve dryness. The keys to success are choosing the right product, one that's in the natural triglyceride form, certified pure and from a good source, and being consistent with it every single day. It can feel a little daunting to learn that things you're experiencing have this underlying cause, but I want you to see this as incredibly empowering. Knowledge is power. You are not a passive victim of the aging process. You are an active participant in your own health. Knowing that a simple nutritional strategy can have such a profound impact gives you back a measure of control. It reminds you that your body has an incredible capacity to heal and rebalance itself if you just give it the right tools. Remember, every single day presents a new opportunity to nourish your body and mind. Growing older is a privilege, but thriving while you do it is a choice. You have the choice to take this information and use it to build a stronger brain and more comfortable body. It's not about turning back the clock. It's about making the years you have ahead of you as vibrant, clear, and joyful as possible. You deserve to feel sharp. You deserve to see the world clearly and comfortably. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which of the two issues we talked about today resonates more with you? Is it the mental fog or the dry, tired eyes? Please share your experience in the comments below. There is so much wisdom and support within this community, and your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to feel understood and motivated to make a change. I do my best to read every single comment. If this video has helped you understand your body a little better, please give it a thumbs up. It truly means the world to me and helps our message reach more people. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. We have so much more to share about how you can thrive in your golden years, and I don't want you to miss a thing. Your health and your independence are worth fighting for, and we're in this fight together. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Stay strong, stay curious, and remember that every small step you take for your health today is a giant leap towards a better, brighter tomorrow.